So you can see here, we're doing pretty well. We've not finished up the interrogations, but we've got most of the interviews and information in the game, and a significant portion of the evidence as well. Hey, Sophenik. So, as a refresher of where we were last time, last week we ended up getting a few of the most important things taken care of. So we figured out that Bill Robbins, the victim, has a bit of a reputation as a philanderer. We kind of already knew that, but we found out a bunch more about it. In particular, we found out that his secretary had been considering trying to murder him, but hadn't actually been able to go through with it. She confessed to having a gun with the intention of murdering him, but not doing it. And he didn't get shot, so it does seem fairly likely it wasn't actually her. We also have pretty good evidence that one of the Cunningham kids was her accomplice because the gun was found in his house. For a long time, we'd actually suspected it was his gun, but this pretty much gets rid of that part of it. We've also found out that the doctor's adopted daughter has been having an affair with Bill, and she's starting to look like a serious suspect here. We also knew that his wife, well, now his widow, I guess, had taken out an insurance policy on him shortly before he died, and it's paying out a bunch of cash, which is suspicious and interesting. We've also uncovered a few more bits of the backstory involving the holding company, which is on rough financial footing, and we found out that the head of the company's been borrowing money from the murder victim. Very, suspicious there. And we also found out that one of the three names involved in the Red Tie Club seems to have disappeared or died some time ago, and that our mysterious guy from Brazil made his way to Liberty Town, USA, specifically to try and track down what happened to him. And there seems to be some suggestion that Bill may be in some way implicated in what happened there. So there's a bunch of different angles we can follow up on this on, which is pretty interesting. It's going to take a little more investigation to track down exactly who's responsible there.
If you keep working at this pace, people are going to lose confidence in us. Solve this case soon, or there are going to be angry folks knocking down our doors.
So yeah, I think we're going to have to really get a bit more serious about some of these leads here to track down who and what's responsible for what. So I'm also going to refresh our memory on some of these people here and just pull through our conversations just to confirm who exactly has done what here.
I went to see Edward Robbins. I wanted to ask him about Henry Klein. When I asked for Mr. Robbins though, the secretary sent me into Bill Robbins' office. That's how I met Bill. Bill was really surprised to hear about Klein.
Right, and so Klein is the other person who was involved in that Red Tie Club.
Bill, he came to visit me in my hotel room and asked me for every detail I knew about Klein. That's all.
So the Klein angle is pretty clearly going to be significant to the outcome of this. But figuring out where exactly to pull some threads on this is going to take a little work, I think. We might need to go and see if we can ask Edward Robin, the victim's father, about that again, because he clearly has some kind of connection with this Klein guy, and if he's not willing to talk about it, maybe we can drag him in for questioning.
20 years ago, I carried the body to Klein's house, and then
Holy
set
shit.
fire to the house.
Well, okay, that's something.
I did it because Edward Robbins asked me to. I didn't do anything else. Please believe me. I didn't kill anybody.
Okay, well, that's all new information right there. So, I'm glad I decided to try questioning him again.
What can I tell you? I don't know. What can I tell you?
So based on what we know, I'm gonna see if we can call in Edwards.
Well, listen, Harold.
Ah, come
I don't
on.
think we have enough evidence.
That
to
explosive
issue an
confession
arrest
just now
warrant.
should have given me something, in my
Sorry,
opinion.
but I can't give you permission. Harold, Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Go ahead and make an arrest. This is someone you should bring in for questioning.
Okay, we can call in Janet. That's significant. So, in that case, let's try talking to Janet in the interrogation room right now and see what we get out of her. Right, so Janet is the wife. And she's the one who we're suspicious about because of the insurance paperwork. I'm not 100% sure that this crime is going to be about the insurance money, but it's possible that that didn't hurt.
I didn't do it. I had no reason to want to kill Bill. I didn't do anything. I don't know what you mean.
Alright, let's start showing her some evidence and see what she has to say.
Yes, they were found on the floor of my bedroom, but they don't belong to me. That's Bill's life insurance policy. That's Bill's life insurance policy. I don't know anything about it. I don't... That...
Yeah, tell me more.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know.
Okay, there's something going on with that knife. She doesn't want to tell us more about it, but I think when I'm done with this, if I go back to the questioning menu, she might have a little more for us.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know. I don't. I didn't do it. I had no... I don't...
Now let's see if the confession menu changes anything.
I'm the wife of the victim. The night of the murder, I didn't leave the house. I loved Bill. How could I have killed him? I signed a contract for a life insurance policy because Bill said we should get one. It wasn't my idea. I didn't say anything about it because I knew you'd jump to conclusions. It's true that we didn't have the easiest of marriages. It was rocky at times, but I loved Bill all the same. I certainly didn't kill him. There's no way I could have killed him.
So you say you wanted it, but we've already gotten information from other people that Bill chose not to get a life insurance policy, and it seems to have been her idea.
I... It's true. I'm sure it's that woman. It just has to be Susie.
Interesting. And why do you think
I-
that?
Yes, it's true that I felt bitter towards Bill. But I loved him. I couldn't have killed him. I'm sure she's the one who stabbed Bill. I didn't kill him. I...
What if I show you the knife again?
That...
No, still nothing.
Yes, they were found on the floor of my bedroom. But they don't belong to me. That's Bill. I don't... I didn't kill him. I thought... It's true.
Okay, so it looks like we're not currently getting any more out of her, but that's a lot of information. I don't know if I believe her that Susie did it, but it's not impossible. She has probably a motive, so we should definitely see if we can get an arrest warrant for her. And yeah, Aura, I feel like that thing is very much a overly literal translation from Japanese.
You should...
Alright, let's see if we can get an arrest warrant for Susie.
Okay.
Okay, we can.
Go ahead and make an arrest. This is someone you should bring in for questioning.
Okay. Well, let's return cop room and then go to the interrogation room and call in Susie and start grilling her. I feel like now that we're at a point that like a solid quarter of the cast is in jail, we have got to be pretty close into the end stretch. It's looking good. Alright, let's call suspect Susie McNally. So I'm going to try my usual order here of show evidence, questioning, confession, and then retry things based on the outcome of those other ones. The earrings in particular I think are going to be germane.
Just don't know.
Are you sure? Because they have your initials on them, lady.
I don't know.
Different response.
I don't know.
The wig is definitely hers.
Just don't know.
The slightly different wording on the I don't know when she's hiding something versus I don't know when she genuinely doesn't know is a pretty nice touch.
I just don't... That newspaper article was written the same year that my father died.
Wait a second! It's her father! Klein? The guy from the Red Tie Club? The guy whose disappearance seems to be tied in with Edward Robbins, the victim's father? The guy that Manuel was in town to find out about? Oh, it's all coming together!
I just don't know. I just don't... I just don't... I just... I didn't kill Bill! I didn't have any reason to kill Bill! I didn't do it! Honest! I told you! I don't know anything! I'm the nurse over at the Randall Clinic.
I was in my room that night. I don't know anything about the murder. Yes, it's true that I was having an affair with Bill. And yes, I did go to Bill's house when Janet was away. Bill promised he would divorce her and marry me. But No, I didn't kill Bill because he wouldn't marry me. You don't know me. I couldn't do that. I really don't know anything else. Bill was bad.
Okay.
I couldn't have killed him. I loved him. I never even thought about killing Bill. It's true. Please believe me. Oh, please. I'm innocent. Please believe me. Yes, it's true that I was having an affair with Bill. And yes, I did go to Bill's house when Janet was away. Bill promised he would divorce her and marry me. But No, I didn't kill Bill because he wouldn't marry me. You don't know me. I couldn't do that. I really don't know anything else. Bill was bad.
Gonna try showing her the wig again.
Yes, it's a disguise I used when I went to meet Bill. When I wear it, I look a lot like Shelley MacDonald, Bill's secretary.
I thought so. The SM initials, the long blonde hair person that he was spotted with. Yeah.
Yes, those are mine. That newspaper article was written the same year that my father died.
Okay, that's a lot. I think we've gotten as much out of her as we're going to get for the time being. I'm going to try talking to Janet again and see if we can get a little more about some of the other evidence things here, and then I think we've got a few interesting other approaches. Edward in particular seems very relevant. I think we're going to want to talk to him.
I don't know anything about it. Bill and I were having problems, so I spent a few nights at my parents' house. I'm sure that Bill had that woman over when I was away. The bimbo probably dropped them. I don't know anything about it.
At the time the incident occurred, I was working for the Robbins Trading Company. What can I tell you? I don't know.
It's a really cool game, right, Wix? I'm really into this. Alright, so I suspect we've gotten as much as we can out of him, but there might be some other people we can get some more information out of now. Fred in particular might be willing to tell us a bit more about things like the newspaper clipping.
Means nothing to me.
Are you sure?
He didn't trust insurance agents. Said they were the scum of the earth. No matter how many people encouraged him to get insurance, he never bought any.
Right, that's what I thought. So, yeah, his wife is lying when she says that it was Bill's idea to get insurance. It wasn't.
I love Susie, but she had something going with Bill. It means... Hey, leave me alone! I didn't kill my own brother! I've always had an inferiority complex towards Bill, and yes, I hated him because of what he had going with Susie, but I sure as didn't kill him.
I'm still fascinated by the weird bleeping this game has going on.
There's no point in yelling. I've told you a million times, I could never have hurt Bill. Can't answer. Can't answer. I didn't do anything. I'm innocent. I'm in love with Susie, that's all.
I think you're probably not wrong, Wix, but we've got some interesting other background stuff going on with the other things, and I don't know if those are red herrings yet. The stuff with, what's his name, Klein, feels to me like there's something going on there that we haven't fully detangled yet. Okay, it's not him. Now that we know more about what's going on with Susie, we should see what else we can get out of him.
I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything, but I
What else can we do?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay, he does know about the newspaper clipping.
I swear I didn't do it. I didn't kill Bill Robbins. What do you mean by that? I told you I didn't kill him. I'm the Robbins family physician. I'll admit that it was a mistake on my part not to mention that I had been at McBain's house the night Bill was killed. Still, the fact remains that I didn't have anything to do with Bill's murder. I'm the Robbins family physician.
Okay, nothing else to say about that.
You look sick.
Should see if this has gotten us any more arrest warrants.
Listen,
Really, still don't think I
Listen, Harold.
can get an arrest warrant for Edward Robbins, huh?
listen,
Sounds pretty suspicious to me, but you know.
okay,
Ah,
okay.
we can bring in James.
Go ahead
Okay.
and make an arrest.
And James has a relationship with this Klein guy, so I think that's going to get us a bit more information here. So let's see what happens here. I love the idea that because they haven't given him a new portrait, he's still smoking his cigar here in the interrogation room.
What do you want from me? I don't know what to tell you. Henry Klein is already dead.
Yeah, and I want you to tell me about that.
Red Tie Club didn't have anything to do with that.
Nice answer to a question I didn't ask you. So please tell me more about how you didn't have anything
What do
to
you-
do with that.
What do you want? I don't know anything. I told you, I didn't do it. There's nothing to talk about. What do you mean? I'm the owner of the Gaslight Theater. I don't have anything to do with Bill's murder. Come on, leave me alone. Let me go. I got work I gotta do. Are you saying the Red Tie Club had something to do with some kind of crime? That's a crock. The night Bill was killed, I took a walk near the graveyard. That's all I did.
That's all you did, huh?
You're not saying that I killed Bill. Don't make me laugh. Did what? I don't appreciate being accused of murder. I didn't do it with anything because I didn't kill him. What more can I say? I didn't do it. Red Tie Club didn't have anything to do with that. Henry Klein is already dead.
Yeah, so tell me more about him.
Are you saying the Red Tie Club? You're not saying... Did... What? And... Red Tie...
Okay, so something is going on here for sure.
Why is it?
What do you want?
So I doubt it, but let's see if that's changed anything in terms of...
What do you want?
Nope. I was hoping that would have given us an arrest warrant for Edward, but we should probably go talk to him anyway. And we should probably also have some conversations with the decreasing number of people who aren't in jail. At this point, we've taken in a whole bunch of the
Still,
relevant people
if it's
into
about
custody.
the deceased CEO, you should ask the president. He's in the back room. Please step this way.
Start asking you
I
again.
don't know anything about that. What happened?
What happened?
My wife Helen died of cancer about 20 years ago. The Robbins Trading Company. What is it? What is it? I already told you I was at McBain's. Stop badgering me. I know my rights. No, nothing. What happened?
There's something going on with this guy.
I don't want to talk about my son anymore. If it has to do with Bill's work, ask his secretary, Shelley McDonald. I rarely see that woman. Fred didn't do anything. Release him immediately.
Wow.
Wonderful girl. She seemed to be on good terms with Bill. That guy has no managerial skill. I barely know her. He's weak and certainly no great businessman, but he seems to be good to Kate. He's an odd fellow. I haven't talked to him much since Bill's wedding. Is Janet the murderer?
Wow.
I don't know him well. He didn't do it. How do the police come up with these crackpot ideas? Oh, that's the nurse over at Simon's. Ever since my wife Helen died, she's been keeping house for me. She's taking the day off. I don't know him. Who's that? McBain and I have been friends since we were boys.
I'm amazed he hasn't commented on me having arrested McBain.
He could have done it. You should investigate him right away. Has the criminal been arrested? Now that's good news. What happened? What? I don't... Edward Robb... President... Blood... I have 3 children. Work is my... I'm the managing director of the local branch of the Chamber of Commerce.
Alright, so he's not going to give us much just yet, but we can start talking to other people.
Welcome.
The chance that maybe we can get more out of these people.
I have. I was at home. I don't. Everything is going just fine with Kate, thank you. Marrying her was the smartest thing I ever did. My car? I drive a white Mercedes. Why? Isn't it? An IOU.
Can't believe how little this guy knows about his company's finances.
An account book?
Should definitely talk to Tony some more. That guy is still very suspicious to me.
My father-in-law is a difficult man to please. I have a hard time dealing with him.
Yeah, he really is.
We got married 2 years ago. Bill introduced us. She's the best wife a man could ask for. My father took over the company from his father-in-law. Lately, things have been real tough in the business world, and he's having a hard time of it.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's my mother. I have no contact with Janet's father. It's sad to think that she's a widow, just 6 months after her wedding. That's Janet's twin brother. He didn't seem to like Bill. Really? Is Dr. Randall the murderer?
Probably not.
I don't think she's capable of killing anyone. She's the Robbins family's housekeeper. She's been sort of a substitute mother for Fred. Now there's a woman who's really got it together. She knew everything related to Bill's business. I don't know him. I don't know her. I've had almost no contact with him. I don't know him. Who?
Alright, well, I think we've got about as much out of him right now as we can. So there should be only the housekeeper at Edward Robbins' house. So let's see if we can get anything more out of her, or if we've definitely got everything we can out of her at this point.
Mr. Robbins and Freddie were out, but I was home all night. When did they get in? I don't know. I must have been asleep. Well, there is something that's been bothering me. The night of the murder, I called Janet. She was sobbing and barely coherent, but she kept insisting everything was okay. It was just awful. Well, I remember hearing that years and years ago, Mr. Robbins was involved in some sort of club. I think that was the name. Can you believe there was speculation that Bill had committed the crime? Just preposterous! Mr. Robbins went to the police and made sure they didn't spread that crazy story all over town.
Very, yeah, not suspicious that you go and shut up a story.
It's probably Freddie. I had a husband. I never touched anything in Mr. Robbins' room. Now that woman has dignity. You don't... little Freddie is not the murderer!
Wow, she's really forceful about that one.
Stable, responsible young woman. A credit to the family. He strikes me as insincere. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw it. It must be awful for him. Imagine living with that horrible, selfish woman. Unlike someone I could mention, he's no woman. His problem is that he does everything his pushy mother tells him to do. He's totally dependent on her.
Ooh. Brutal.
Unlike... I can't... Oh, come now, Janet. That young man hates you. No, I'm most certainly not using too strong a word. Did Dr. Randall do anything? I may be... She's a saint.
Yeah, that one takes on some extra information given, or a next different tone given the extra information we know now about what exactly went down with Shelley's sister. Oof.
I don't know him. I don't know him. He's a friend of Mr. Robbins. Who? You know, I believe that someone with that name came here to see Mr. Robbins.
Right. Okay, yeah. So Edward Robbins certainly did not only historically know Manuel, but knew him recently. I don't think we'll find anything new, but I'm going to do a little more searching, just in case. That's right, I forgot about the tarot card in Pamela's room. Alright, let's head over to the Cunninghams. I want to talk, or the Carringtons, sorry. I need to talk to them about more now. Victims' in-laws, again, seem like a relevant spot.
About?
I'm going to talk to them and then do some searching.
I was home all evening. My husband came in at about 11 o'clock. No, nothing at all. My first husband was a member of the Red Tie Club.
Wait, who was your first husband?
My husband Joe, my son Ralph, and my daughter Janet. That's the chair. I know nothing. My first husband lived in this town briefly, a long time ago.
Who is your first husband? Is that Klein? That's interesting.
No. I don't know him.
Oh.
Wait a minute. Yes, now I remember. He's been here before.
Okay. Manuel Barkley was here at the Carringtons. Why was he here? Okay. I think the thing about the pickable names is that it refers specifically to characters who have been in the game plus the murder victim. I think people who otherwise aren't in the game don't show up.
He's a kind man. I don't... She's... I don't... I've never... He's... Janet killed Bill? That's absolutely ridiculous. Lately, I've been worried about him. He's been keeping to himself a lot, locking himself in his room. I have no idea what's going on inside his head. I don't... She's been very kind and taken Janet under her wing. Apparently, Janet's learned a lot about the Robbins family from her.
Interesting.
I've never met her. I don't know him. I don't know her. I don't know... Sorry. my... A. Gardening. I have some artistic ability. I was born in Boston. I've been living here for 5 years now. I don't belong to any club.
Okay, let's try calling Martha or calling Ralph rather.
Hey, I already told you everything. I live with my parents. I have a sister, Janet. Ralph. I go to Abe. I don't know. I'm a great... I was born... I belong to the school psych club. We study criminal behavior. Okay, I kind of forgot. No. I don't know it. I don't know any... There's nothing worth talking about.
No, I think the pistol's worth talking about, Guy.
I barely remember what he looked like. I don't have a car. I barely remember what he looked like. Okay. My mom. I barely... Has he been... I don't know. Never... She's an old gossip. I don't know. He's kind of a recluse. Not too good with most people. But he's been great to me and Janet. Don't you say that about my sister. Janet is no murderer.
Oh, wow. Strong opinions about that one.
I don't know him. I've seen her with Bill at the Hungry Fisherman. She didn't like Bill at all. Not that I blame her. Fred has always been her little darling. I bet she's thrilled that he's going to be head of the company now. She used to be Bill's secretary. He's the owner. She plays the piano. Never met him. Don't know him.
Alright, so I think we've gotten as much information out of them as we can right now, but I'm going to do some searching. Just in case something else shows up. Okay, so nothing here. So, few possibilities here. I'm going to try grilling the Holdings again. They seem like among the other people who have some
How can I help you?
secrets to get.
What else can I do for you? I was at... Well, there is something. The night Bill was murdered, I heard someone leave the house. I think it was around 10:30. I couldn't help but notice it. It's a... What kind of question is that? Yes, I'm glad I married Michael. I certainly don't regret it. Sorry.
What do you want to speak to me about? I did go out that night. I guess I forgot. I had promised to meet someone. Who was I supposed to meet? Well, I
Could be anyone.
hate to say this, but Bill really flaunted his extramarital affairs. I wonder whether it had something to do with his death. What's that? I suppose someone's already told you that I married into money. The H.H. Company was founded by my wife's father.
Married into money and then mismanaged it horribly, I guess.
I drive a black BMW. I'm telling you, it's just a matter of time before we get out of this slump.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I didn't borrow money from anyone. Is that clear?
I think you borrowed money from someone. I think you borrowed money from Bill, the victim.
Are you implying that there's something funny with our company's account book?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Are you im-
Yeah, or I suspect if he's not already arrestable, he will be soon. I'm going to go back and try again.
What a waste. I don't know. What a waste. He was brilliant. Quite a businessman.
It's interesting that he doesn't seem to have any negative feelings towards Bill, or if he does, he won't talk about it.
I don't... Edward Robbins... He works for me. He's nice, cheerful, hard-working, but he doesn't have his brother's business sense. She's very kind and considerate. She even manages to get along with that nagging wife of mine, which is no small feat.
Ouch.
I shouldn't say this because she's my wife, but she's a busybody and a gossip. It may be because his mother spoiled him, but he has no motivation. It would make me happy if he just got his act together. Sorry, I've never talked to him. I don't know Janet well. I've never met him. People say that he's a very good doctor. You know, I almost forgot. I've seen her and Bill together downtown. I have trouble dealing with her. I never know what to say. She used to be Bill's secretary. They were always together. I don't know him. I don't know her. He's the owner of the Gaslight movie theater. He's a very good businessman. I've never met him. I don't know him.
So we should try talking to Lucy a little more, and then do another search here.
I know nothing that could be of use to the police.
I'll be the judge of that.
I was... It's...
See, that was of use to the police.
Yes. It's a... My husband used... Imagine asking about my age. How rude. If you must know, I'm 52 years old. I'm the chairman of the board of the H.H. Company. My blood type is A. I live with my husband Tony, my son Michael, and my daughter-in-law Kate. I'm quite an accomplished singer, if I do say so myself. I considered going on stage in my younger days. I was born here in Liberty. I belong to the Anemone Club. It wasn't... I asked. He has a reputation for ruthlessness. More than one company doing business with him has been forced into bankruptcy. Well, he's not my Michael, but he's a good, serious boy. On the surface, she's just...
Wow.
He hasn't been feeling well since the murder took place. good Bill. Oh,
Okay, that's
he
interesting.
hasn't been feeling well since the murder took place. He doesn't seem to be getting much sleep at night either. I'm really worried about him.
Yeah, that's interesting. Not suspicious at all, huh?
I don't know him well. Oh. I don't know him. That doctor, he's one of a kind, always ready to lend a helping hand. You know, he took in the daughter of a friend of his who died. She's the nurse at Dr. Randall's clinic. She lives with Dr. Randall. Oh, the Robbins family maid. She's a difficult woman. I don't know. I don't. He and Edward have been friends since they were children. I don't know him. I don't know.
Alright, I'm going to do another search of the place here. Just in case. Alright, nothing here then. Well, I'm going to see if that got me any additional arrestable
want,
people. Okay, we can arrest Tony
Go
now.
ahead and make an arrest. This is someone you should bring in for questioning.
That seems very relevant. Let's have a talk with him in the interrogation room. Oh yeah, I'll take a look at the stats and also save the game.
You are only a step away from wrapping up this investigation. Be cautious and stay alert.
Okay, so we're at 45 interrogation.
You
I'm gonna be curious to see where it goes from 45 after we finish talking to Tony.
I have no idea what this is about. I'm sure he was killed for the insurance money.
Interesting theory.
I have no idea what this is about. I have no idea what this is about. I have no idea what this is about.
Alright, start talking.
Yes, this is the HH Company account book.
Tell me more.
I tried to reimburse the money, but
Uh-huh.
I didn't, I swear. That night I saw Carrington at the graveyard.
Okay.
It wasn't me. I didn't do anything. I swear I didn't do anything. Please believe me. I'm the president of the HH Company. I don't know anything about the murder. I'm of no use to you. I borrowed money from Bill. I had no choice. The company was falling apart. We had lots of debts. I worked my butt off, and things just kept getting worse. The day Bill was killed, I called him to ask for an extension on the payment. He said no. I asked him if we could discuss it in person. He made me beg. Finally agreed. I waited at our designated meeting place for over an hour. He never showed.
If true, that's interesting. But it's also possible that he's lying.
I didn't. I'm innocent. Bill lent me money because he knew I'd have trouble repaying. He wanted an excuse to take over the company. He was cruel and underhanded, and I can't say that I never thought of killing him. Still, I couldn't have done it. I didn't even see him that time. I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. I borrowed money from...
If I re-show the evidence...
Yes?
Okay.
Bill...
Interesting stuff here. I don't know if I fully believe him, but this is a lot of extra information. If you take a look at the investigation page, okay, our investigation or interrogation has only jumped from 45 to 47, which is interesting. But if I go to prosecution, it makes me wonder if there's anyone else we can arrest based on that, in particular Ralph Carrington. And yeah, or I suspect this means that a bunch of the people we already have in we're going to be able to re-interrogate further with some of the other information we've pulled out.
Listen.
Okay, we can bring in Joe.
Go ahead and make an arrest. This is someone you should bring in for questioning.
I expected Ralph Carrington, but Joe Carrington also seems relevant, so I'm glad to go interrogate him.
I don't know anything. How can I talk about something I don't know anything about? It's quite normal for a wealthy man to have a large insurance policy benefiting his wife. What's wrong with that? You can't suspect Janet. That's going too far.
Right, he's protecting his daughter. Wix, I do like to imagine they're secretly the same Carringtons as in Laura Bow.
I don't know anything. I don't know I don't...
That's a different response. He has something different to say about the knife than he does about the other things that he genuinely doesn't know about.
I don't know...
How do you know about the knife? What do you know about the knife?
That's awful. The HH company is on the brink of bankruptcy. I don't know... Really? Mr. Holding was borrowing money from Bill? What's that? I don't know. It doesn't have anything to do with me.
That's also different.
I didn't kill him, and that's the truth. I didn't have any motive. I don't know what you are talking about. I didn't do it, so I don't know. I don't know anything about the murder. I don't know why you brought me here in the first place. I don't know. I didn't kill... I did... I... I don't... It's quite normal for a...
Yes, something more is going to come up about him. Oh ho, that's new. That's new.
Janet didn't do anything.
Okay.
I don't know anything. That's awful. I hate... I don't know anything. I didn't... I don't know anything.
What if we try to talk to Janet again?
I wasn't thinking clearly. I could only picture Bill and that girl, and before I knew it, I was in front of the store.
Interesting.
I don't know.
So she stole the knife.
I'm sure. Yes. I'm sure. I did. I signed a contract for a life insurance policy because Bill said we should get one. It wasn't my idea. I didn't say anything about it because I knew you'd jump to conclusions. It's true that we didn't have the easiest of marriages. It was rocky at times, but I loved Bill all the same. I certainly didn't kill him. There's no way I could have killed him.
I'm going to show her some more evidence because I'm getting good stuff here.
That's... I don't... I wasn't thinking clearly. I don't... I'm...
Janet didn't do anything. I didn't... I don't know anything about...
Okay, interesting. So, based on that, Janet, at the very least, stole a knife that matches the description of the knife in question. I'm sure you know about the newspaper clipping.
I don't... What? I...
Okay, so nothing new out of him yet. What about McBain?
Red tie? What do you want? Henry? Are you saying the red tie... You... Did... What?
I wonder now that we've arrested Joe, if... So for one thing, if we can get... a way to search the home estate company that Joe is at. Because I think, yeah, we don't have a search warrant here. Oh no, we did already have a search warrant for this place. But maybe if we go to the Carringtons, the other people are going to have something to say about the
What's this all
fact that Joe's been arrested.
How can you even suggest it? My husband is not the murderer. La- No. That... I know. My...
Let's ask him about Joe.
He's kind of a recluse. Not too good with most people. But he's been great to me and Janet. Okay, No. I don't know. I don't know. There's no... I barely...
Assuming that's not going to have brought up any new evidence here, but you never know. The other thing I wonder is, now that we have an answer as to who stole the knife, if we go to the grocery store that's otherwise kind of a minor location, maybe the guy's gonna have something to say about it.
Welcome. Janet shops here sometimes. I always thought she looked kind of sad for a newlywed. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, see, we don't really tell him who stole it, which I guess makes sense. It would be kind of weird to just tell him that when we haven't even finished solving the case yet.
I drive. Miss. Dan. I would.
So I kind of wonder again if
Hi, Jason.
we can get any more arrest warrants out of our latest round of stuff.
Listen,
Right, we have an arrest warrant for almost everyone. Right, literally at this point, Edward
Listen.
Robin and Ralph Carrington are the only two people in this menu we don't have arrest warrants for yet. And I think almost every place we can ask for a search warrant, we have one.
Come on, Harold. Come on.
This includes a bunch of locations, incidentally, that we definitely won't ever be able to get search warrants for.
Come on. I fall. Come on.
Yeah, I think a bunch of these places we'll never actually be able to search in the first place. So, if it's not about new warrants, I am kind of curious if we go to the cemetery again and then
You surprised me.
talk to this guy another time.
Any new leads?
Yes, actually, Zappa, you tell me everything you know.
As they say, if... You know, I talked to Sarah Shields about it. He was... That's... He's the... I don't... I...
Yeah, you heard right.
She couldn't... He's in one of...
I still love this one. This is
He's in
so
one of
over the
my
top.
classes. He's a top-notch student. He just completed an impressive research paper entitled To Commit the Perfect Crime.
Not at all suspicious.
He's got to know more than he's letting on. Who? He's the owner of the Hungry Fisherman, I think. I know who she is. She works... I've never...
What if... I am kind of curious if we go to the Hungry Fisherman again, if the progress we've made means that Sarah Shields will talk to us anymore.
I was in... Now that you mention it...
I think I forgot that Bill and Edward had a negative relationship with each other. That's an interesting extra note. Especially given that Bill worked for Edward.
Her? Of course, Stanley.
I have nothing to tell you. I was in the that night
Still wondering about what this means. Bill mumble Liberty something or other. I really wonder. I feel like that's one I haven't quite figured out yet.
I have... No. He and Bill weren't real brothers, you know. That's what Fred said one night when he was smashed.
That's very interesting. I think I forgot that.
I don't... I... Who? I... don't... Well... I don't... Who? Does... Not...
Okay, nothing new here. I am curious to see, like, the only place in the game that's called Liberty something or other is the bank, so unless there's something else going on there. I'll try talking again and see if I get anything more out of this.
At the risk.
Yeah, questionable sources such as the murder victim in this specific case.
I've had business dealings with him. I've known. Is it? I've never. No.
Okay, not really anything else new here. But maybe... I'm wondering when exactly we'll get more out of Edward.
If it's about...
No. What happened? Bill was my son. You want to make something of that?
That's a new question. We didn't have that before.
Bill, my wife. I don't. Robbins Trading Company is a thriving business. What is Bill? Fred. One. Reason is I don't. He. Oh. He. I. Who's that? McBain? He could have. As the. Bill.
I wonder if that's going to let me finally get another warrant.
What do you want, Harold?
No?
Come on.
Nothing, huh?
Okay,
Oh!
okay.
Okay!
Go ahead and make an arrest.
We can arrest Ralph. Let's pull him into the interrogation room. And start showing him the evidence.
I have no idea what you're talking about. She was going to try to kill Bill with this gun.
Yep.
That is my blood.
His blood. Okay, I was wondering whose blood was on that scarf.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no... I have no... can't pin it on me. Didn't I tell you I didn't do it? How many times do I have to tell you? I didn't do anything wrong. If I had done it, I would have killed him differently. I would have made him suffer more.
Ouch. That's brutal.
I'm Janet's twin brother. I hated that rotten husband of hers. Still, I didn't kill him. The night he was murdered, I was out driving with friends until late at night. I didn't even see him. You can't... Did... You... That day I was cruising around town with my friend Nick and his girlfriend. They dropped me off early so I could stop by Shelley McDonald's apartment. I was worried about what she might do. She hated Bill for what he did to her sister. I didn't know what she was capable of doing. That's why I took the gun away from her.
Interesting. So that's why he had the gun.
I really didn't kill him. Honest. The more I heard stuff about Bill from Shelley, the more I felt something had to be done about him. I even thought about killing him, but somebody beat me to it. The more I heard stuff about Bill, I didn't do it. I didn't do anything. I...
Okay.
We didn't do anything.
Right, that changed to we didn't do anything.
Shelley didn't do anything. She used her scarf as a bandage when I accidentally got shot.
Wow.
I have...
Okay. Let's try calling Shelley and ask her about her side of the story.
My only sister Dorothy married Bill Robbins in New York. It was an unhappy marriage. Bill killed her as sure as if he'd pulled the trigger himself. That's why I wanted to kill Bill Robbins with that gun. I was going to kill Bill, but Ralph wrestled the gun away from me. As we were struggling, a shot went off and hit him. The bloodstains on the scarf are his.
Whew.
Please believe me, I don't know. Please. 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 I said, Bill practically killed my sister. I was just waiting for the right moment to pay him back. When it came down to it, though, I couldn't kill him. I just couldn't. I didn't kill him. It's not... That's absolutely true. Ralph convinced me to stop thinking about killing Bill. I didn't kill Bill. Honest, I'm telling the truth. I did not kill Bill. Bill
Okay, I have a suspicion we've gotten everything we can get out of her. And I've noticed that her portrait changed colors when this happened, which makes me suspect that green background is after you've gotten the final confession out of them. Yeah, so I suspect that means that anyone whose portrait is green we're finished with. Like that. So I think Fred and Shelley we've heard everything from.
I didn't do it.
And Ralph.
Honest. Bill was a terrible man. My sister Janet was just one of his victims. The more I heard...
Bill Link...
Which means that we're not done with Tony.
I have... I have...
Einstein. It's... I'm... I... 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 Bill and I were... I don't...
I don't know anything. I didn't... I... I don't know any...
Alright.
It's quite normal.
What can you tell me about?
I don't know... I don't
So
know...
at this point, there's a couple of people we're done with, but it seems like there's something more to drag out of everyone else, which is interesting.
I don't know... Janet didn't do anything. I don't know anything. I don't know any...
Which means
I don't know any...
Joe Carrington does know about the scalpel, but what does he know about it?
I didn't... I don't know anything.
I'm the... What? I...
So what do you know? I'm amazed he doesn't know about the scalpel. There's something more about that.
I don't know.
Right, he knows about the newspaper clipping but isn't talking.
What? I'm the...
So...
Yes, it's true that I was having a... No,
So there's more with her as well. Yeah, he took the scalpel home, which we know, but at the same time, he doesn't seem to have something to say about it because there's a pattern where if someone might say something about something in the future, they have a non-generic I don't know response. If their I don't know response is the same as it is for every other object, then it seems like they're never ever going to know anything about it. But if their I don't know response is unique to that item, then it's likely for that to have something unique about it. So we'll have to figure out what that means.
yes, it's... No, I just...
That said, the fact that neither of them are commenting on the scalpel seems suspicious.
That newspaper art...
That detail about her father dying is still the thing I want to find out more about.
Yes, it's a... Yes, I knew that Fred loved me, but I couldn't love him back. I loved Bill.
Okay, we got her to comment on the letter now.
Yes, it's true that I was having... No, I did... Yes. No, I...
And are we done with Shelley? Yes, we're done with Shelley.
I...
Henry Klein is already dead.
Yeah, so tell me about him.
What do you want from... What do you want from... What do you want? What do you want? Are you saying you did? Are you saying you're not?
Alright, so he doesn't have anything more to say.
Yes.
Okay, we're also finished with Stanley, which
I'll
makes
admit-
sense. He stole a car and otherwise had no involvement in the murder, which, yeah, pretty much stands to reason. But Manuel Barkley, I have a feeling we're going to get a little more here.
What can I... At the time... 20 years ago, I carried the body to Klein's house and then set fire to the house. I did it because Edward Robbins asked me to. I went to see Edward Robbins. I wanted to ask him about Henry Klein. When I asked for Mr. Robbins, though, the secretary sent me into Bill Robbins' office. That's how I met Bill. Bill was really surprised to hear about Klein. The day after I met Bill, he came to visit me in my hotel room and asked me for every detail I knew about Klein. That's all.
So, theory. What if Klein is Bill's actual father? And that's what happened with his death, and that's what brings Edward Robbins into this whole murder case. What if it's that? So that being the case, so first of all, I'll notice that Manuel's portrait isn't green, which means we do have more information to get out of him. But also, it suggests to me that managing to wheedle a little extra detail out of Edward or
At the time,
getting an arrest warrant is going to be key.
I went the day after.
So based on that,
How's him?
let's see if we can
Well,
get that arrest warrant we need. Seriously? Come on. The guy outright said, Edward told me to dispose of a body 20 years ago. I think that's reasonable evidence for an arrest warrant, personally. Well, first things first, I'm going to save my game.
You are only
Okay,
a
we're up to
step away from wrapping
63%
up.
interrogation, so we've made pretty good
Be
progress there.
cautious and stay alert.
Does make me wonder what other evidence we have to get. But the fact that we're at 100% information is looking pretty solid.
Hey,
Still more.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do some more searching. I was wondering for a sec if I was going to be able to get some more evidence at the company here. But it doesn't look like this is going to be a place I'm going to be able to grab a search warrant for. Which, fair enough, but I think searching other places, probably empty places, is going to be relevant.
Bill was... What is... Bill... What... I...
So, yeah, I'm going to go take a look at also the Home Estate Agency, because this, I think we can search here now that he's been arrested. Nope, no clues. And no one here. Fair enough. But otherwise, I'm going to search... Actually, I should probably also have a quick chat with the person at the theater. Okay, yeah, she's got nothing for us.
The man. Sorry? We went to the same... Sure, I know Ralph. He's a friend of my boyfriend, Nick. As a matter of fact, the night of the crime, the three of us were out driving around. He's really cute. Sure. I'm sick of hearing about the writer, right?
Alright, yeah, nothing else here, which makes sense. So let's see what other places I can search. Oh, okay. I was wondering if we could investigate Manuel Barclays. But no, now that he's been arrested, we actually can't do anything there.
Mr. Robbins came here on occasion. In fact...
I forgot that Bill had reservations at the hotel in the same city for the night he was murdered.
Edward Robbins is... I don't know her. I have...
I remember her name. This is probably unrelated, but I've got it. Now I remember. A long time ago, a group of mystery novel enthusiasts used to get together, sometimes at this hotel. I think Mr. McBain and Dr. Randall were the organizers. The Red Tie Club. I'm pretty sure that was the name. Yes, one of our guests did report him.
Alright, let's do another search of the victim's place. Nope, not here.
Who is it?
Nope, fair enough.
How can I help?
We haven't been to the Randall Clinic in his house in a while, so maybe there's a little more around here. Especially now that it's empty. Nope. Oh, photograph, huh? Let's go turn that in. Is that going to be the final piece of evidence, I wonder? Oh, not the record room, it's the
You should take a...
identification room, that's
Any new
right.
leads? Show me what you found. It's an old photograph of a small girl standing between two men. The man on the left is using crutches.
Okay. Let's return cop room and then see what that says about our evidence.
You are only a...
That's not 100% evidence, so there's more, but that's new. I'm actually kind of surprised. I thought that would be
You
all
are
the
only a
evidence at
step
this
away
point.
from wrapping up this investigation.
But let's head back to the interrogation and start asking people about that photo.
Mean. I have no idea.
you saying that there's something wrong here? Are you saying that there's
Okay.
something wrong here?
He knows something about it. What does he know about it?
I didn't. I did. It's true that Bill and I argued about selling the land for the parking lot. Bill used Janet to get his slimy hands on that piece of land. He stole it from me.
Interesting.
So yes, I fought with Bill over that. Do you blame me? But neither I nor anyone in my family had anything to do with Bill's murder.
Okay.
Do what? For the last time, I don't know what you're talking about. Back off, detective.
Wow. Back off, detective.
So yes.
The man on the right sort of reminds me of my dead father. My mother showed me a picture of him a long time ago.
Interesting.
The man on the right. I'm sure. Yes. I didn't kill. I signed a contract for life insurance. I signed it. It's true that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
If he doesn't know
I
about
have
it.
no idea what you're...
Maybe if I show him the photo, we'll finally get something out of him. Hey, Fong.
That's one of the few pictures we have of Susie's father. The man next to him is...
Okay, so that's Susie's father.
What? Somehow I had a feeling that there was something going on between Bill and Susie. I wanted nothing but happiness for Susie, so I wanted her to stop seeing Bill. I knew he was no good for her. Still, I didn't have any reason to kill Bill. I save lives, I don't take them. What kind of man would I be if I killed Bill?
Interesting.
It wasn't me. It was... He was killed with a scalpel, but I didn't do it.
Oh, that's new. He was killed with a scalpel. Okay.
Henry.
Interesting.
Still... That...
So Henry is a reference to Henry Klein. And yeah, I agree with you, Aura. I think these people have been given a little bit too much freedom to cover things up.
The man on the left with the crutches is my father. He hurt his leg during the war. I'm the one in the middle. My mother said that the man on the right was a friend of my father.
Right, so the friend of the father's is the... Carrington's... original father?
Yes. No, Yes, it's true. No,
Interesting. Very interesting.
Please believe me, I don't know.
So, it's a photo. I don't know any of those people.
That's also interesting. That's a completely unique response, which means he knows something.
Did what? I don't appreciate being accused of murder. I didn't do it with anything because I didn't kill him. What more can I say? I didn't do it. Are you saying you're not... What do you want? What do you...
I think Manuel's going to have something to say about this photo.
That man,
Yup.
20. I went to see Edward Robbins. I wanted to ask him about Henry Klein. When I asked for Mr. Robbins, though, the secretary sent me into Bill Robbins' office. That's how I met Bill. Bill was really surprised to hear about Klein. The day after I met Bill, he came to visit me in my hotel room and asked me for every detail I knew about Klein. That's all. I went... What can I tell you?
Let's see.
What can I tell
Getting
you?
closer and closer. We're almost there.
I took the body of the man on the left to Henry Klein's house.
Okay.
The day
Tell me more.
at the time... What can I tell you? What? I went to see the day after.
So now I wonder if that's enough for us to pull in
What do you want?
Edward Robbins finally. Hey Jeb! Thank you for the 13 months.
Listen,
I still can't arrest
listen, Harold.
Edward.
Listen.
I feel
Listen.
like it's gotta be enough.
You should...
But maybe I can talk to him.
Still, if it's a...
What happened, Bill? What is... What... Bill... Oh...
Hmm. Well, nonetheless, I feel like going back and researching places has proven to be useful, so I think I'm going to keep up with that. See where else something might turn up.
What is...
Nope, we're all done searching here then. Nothing else here, okay. I doubt there's anything more at any of these places, but
Good to see.
might not hurt. Nope, still nothing.
Sorry. That's the man. I don't. I don't. Sorry. No. He's in Professor Ford's class, I think. He was hanging around here after the murder took place. When I asked him what he was doing, he said he was researching a paper.
God, what a line. He was researching a paper at a murder scene.
I don't.
Okay,
medical
right, Aura. So
examiner
about the
on the
autopsy.
autopsy.
Apparently they got an outside doctor to do it. If Simon Randall was the autopsier in this case.
I don't. Sorry. I. We. I. I. I.
I need to see your ticket, sir. Go away, you're bothering me.
Woo, rude.
Gail Lyman. I'm 38 years old. I'm a... No. I was... None. I've never met... I don't. I don't. I don't. He's a real estate agent who sold to Robbins Trading Company this parking lot. I don't... Who? I don't... Sorry.
Yep, genuinely doesn't know any of these people. You never know.
Finish my... Don't go saying I told you this. Bill Robbins is a cutthroat businessman. Made a lot of enemies. Matter of fact, he and the real estate agent had a nasty argument a couple of days before Mr. Robbins was killed.
We know what that's about now. We know that Bill managed to swindle him out of the lot.
I don't know. It's still missing.
So otherwise, not much going on there. And I seem to recall there's basically nothing else to find out about at the cemetery.
I was in the psych. You know.
Yeah. So we've talked to a lot of people about a lot of stuff here, but we're just ever so slightly short of the information we need.
Bill? What? What?
The other thing we can do, I think, is go back to the start of the interrogation
Hi,
list.
baby. How...
I'll see if there's anything in the record room about that, but I think we've seen everything relevant.
Case of embezzled funds at the Liberty Bank. In August 1966, a large amount of money was found missing at Liberty Bank. Henry Klein, a 32-year-old bank teller, was brought in for questioning, but released due to a lack of evidence.
That's where I remember the name from! Henry Klein was the bank teller in the embezzlement case.
The investigation was cut short when, immediately after his release, Henry Klein died in a freak accident.
A
The
freak
deceased
accident
didn't leave
being...
behind any further clues, and the case remains unsolved.
He was murdered. Henry Klein was murdered, and the body was disposed of by Manuel Barkley.
The rape at the... On April 23rd, Ms. Shields could... The aggressor... Ms. Shields could...
Hi.
Let's try doing another round in the interrogation room. I feel like we might have had enough conversations for something else, something that we've talked about to come up again. Particularly the people we haven't gotten to turn green yet.
I have no... I have... I borrowed money from Bill. Bill lent... I borrowed money.
So the fact that his portrait isn't
Dave
green
Bill
yet
was
is
killed.
telling me there's something more
Morgan
here, even
Bastard.
though it sounds like we've heard a lot from Tony.
Yes, this is... I try... I borrowed money from... Dave Bill was killed.
I don't know... It's quite normal for a wealthy man to have a large insurance policy benefiting his wife. What's wrong with that? You can't suspect Janet. That's going too far.
Are you sure?
I don't know... I don't... Janet didn't do anything. I don't know. I don't know him.
You don't know him, huh?
I don't know anything. That's awful. I don't...
So he knows
I don't
something
know.
about the scalpel. Joe Carrington knows about the scalpel. What do you know about it?
do for the... Back off! Back off! It's true that Bill and I argued about selling the land for the... So yes, I thought...
Bill and I were having problems, so I spent a few nights at my parents' house. I'm sure that Bill had that woman over when I was away. The bimbo probably dropped them. That... I... I wasn't thinking clearly. I could only picture Bill and that girl, and before I knew it, I was in front of the store. The man on the right sort of reminds me of my dead father. My mother showed me a picture of him a long time ago.
So that's the other interesting part, in that there's apparently 2 dead fathers in this photo.
I don't know. I don't... I'm sure. I signed a contract. It's true that we didn't have the...
Okay, so nothing new from Janet.
I don't... I don't... Robert McNally was a friend of Henry Klein's. He came to this town 20 years ago because Klein was here.
Okay, that's useful information. So now we know that the man on the right is Robert McNally, and the one on the left is Henry Klein. Robert McNally, yeah, is Susie's father.
I don't... I... That... It... He was... Somehow I had a feeling that there was something going on between Bill and Susie. I wanted nothing but happiness for Susie, so I wanted her to stop seeing Bill. I knew he was no good for her. Still, I didn't have any reason to kill Bill. I save lives, I don't take them. What kind of man would I be if I killed Bill?
So we may not have gotten a new confession out of him, but we did get new information that's going to be very useful for us.
I have no idea.
So wait a second. Wait just a second. Let's show Janet that photo again.
The man on the right sort of reminds me of my dead father. My mother showed me a picture of him a long time ago.
If that's the case, then Susie McNally is related to the Carringtons. Like, not Joe Carrington, but related to the kids. Is she Janet's half-sister?
I don't know. I don't know him.
I think you might actually know him.
It's true that Bill... Don't...
I showed that picture to Bill once, and he told me my father was used as a replacement. I never could figure out what he meant.
Interesting. My father was used as a replacement.
That... I showed... Bill talked
There we
to me
go.
about the Liberty Bank incident. thought that maybe my father had been the victim of some diabolical plot. He vowed to uncover it. When I asked Simon about it, he got angry and nervous and said that was ridiculous. I tried to stop Bill. I figured what's done is done. Why dig up the past? If I'd been able to convince him not to pursue it, this awful thing would never have happened.
That's a lot of new information. Okay. So based on that, we have some pretty solid evidence here of what exactly was going on, or at least a bit more information. So they give us two things, I think. More to ask about Edward and more to ask her dad. Or her dad, to Simon. Let's show him the photo again.
Robert McNally was a friend of Henry Klein's. He came to this town 20 years ago because Klein was here. That... And... somehow I had a feeling that there was something... Somehow I had a...
So no new information from you, huh?
I don't...
You won't tell me about the newspaper, huh?
And...
That...
So? Did... You're not... Are you saying the Red Tie Club had some... You're not...
Okay, so Bane still doesn't want to talk about it. Let's try talking to Manuel some more. We've got enough information now that we might have a little more information.
At the time... The day...
Okay, nothing more from him yet. But this might get us more information in these other bits of questioning.
Bill lent me money. I borrowed money. The day Bill was...
Okay, not anything new there yet, but let's also try talking to Joe.
I don't... do... For the last... Back... It's true that Bill and I... So yeah.
Alright, not yet.
The man... I don't know. Yes. I signed a contract. It's true that... I signed a contract. It's...
Okay, she still won't give us anything new. Hi, Moobare. Let's see...
Robert... I don't... Somehow I had a feeling that... I just... Somehow I had a...
How's it?
So, not quite enough information to do something there, but we're starting to get close. Wonder if that's enough for us
What do
to
you want?
finally get that arrest warrant? No.
Miss-
Wow.
You look.
Maybe to talk to him?
Still, if it...
What happened? I don't recall the incident.
Okay, we can ask him about bank embezzlement now. I'm pretty sure that's new.
Bill was my son. Do you want to make something of that? My wife helped. What if... I don't... Has the...
Hmm.
Who's...
Yeah, I think at this point, anyone else we can talk to about the embezzlement is going to be relevant, including at the bank itself, though I don't think we're going to get anything useful here.
It was the darkest moment in this bank's history. Although it has never been proven, I'm convinced that Henry Klein was responsible. To this day, the embezzled money remains missing, and the incident taints the bank's record.
Interesting.
It was.
So that's actually new.
At the... I've had business dealings with him. I don't...
Well, let's see who else we can ask about the bank embezzlement.
More questions?
Yep, this is going to be a question at a bunch of
I
places.
remember hearing about it years ago when I was in high school. I remember...
Oh, but we can't ask her, huh?
That... Who is it? That was before I came here.
Fair enough.
What do you want to know? What do you want to know?
Exactly what I asked about. Interesting that it even offers an option to ask her about Bill's birth, though.
How can I help? Now that you mention it, I do recall the incident. My father was enraged because he was doing business with Liberty Bank at the time.
Interesting. Ah, hey, Cybergirl. It's going all right. We have gotten a bunch more information here. We're getting a lot closer, I think, to the truth of the matter here. It's coming down to an extra bit of background information that's letting us know why exactly people wanted this guy dead. It turns out everyone wanted him dead, but for a bunch of different reasons.
I don't know. I didn't live here 20 years ago. I know nothing.
Right, there's no one else here because I arrested literally everyone else who lives here. Funny thing is, there's not actually very many places we can go to that have non-arrested people. But I feel like maybe the priest or the guy in the cemetery might know something.
I don't know anything about it.
Oh, I can ask the priest about the photo?
What?
Oh, but he doesn't know a thing. Fair enough. Like, what?
You surprised me. Now that's an interesting case. It had to have been extremely well planned, and I'd bet money that there was more than one person involved.
That's an interesting detail. Thank you, random guy.
Good to see you. Yes, I remember. It caused a real stir. I had a weird gut.
Let's see. Try the parking lot, then I'll go talk to
I need to see your...
Edward Robbins again. Okay, parking lot attendant doesn't know anything. And then, yeah, I'm going to see if we can get an arrest warrant for him. He's literally the only person in that menu we can't get an arrest warrant for yet.
I have nothing else to say. Please leave now. I've got work to do.
That's not suspicious at all.
There's nothing to talk about.
And that's also changed.
I don't know anything about that. My wife...
Okay. Let's try going to the police station.
How's the...
Talk to the prosecution. Really? Still not enough?
Come on, Harry.
And we can't get a search warrant either. Kind of found myself wondering if I could get a search warrant for the Robbins Company. At any rate, I think this might be a good place to leave off for tonight, since I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours now. Good spot to leave things for the day. So I'll save, then we'll take a look at our investigation screen here.
Wrapping up this investigation.
Okay, we're at 87% evidence, so that's looking pretty solid at this point. A little more, but not much more. So with that, thank you as always, everyone. This was fun as always, and I really feel like we're getting somewhere. So it's going to be probably, I'm guessing, one more session probably before I finish this. So we'll find out next week. Either way, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thanks as always for coming by and for hanging out. It's always fun, and until next time, have a good one.